employees voting in favour of the agreement is to the vote in respect of the approval of the EA.
I object to that. He's asking him to speculate about what I can't pronounce that name, I'm sorry, intended in a letter that he wrote.
If I can assist, sir, it's pronounced Jet Chol.
Thank you.
Jet Chol.
Well, is it in doubt, Mr. Glisson, that the overwhelming majority...
The nature of the question is because it contains within it an assumption that the members of the union weren't otherwise consulted about the superannuation aspect of the matter.
Right, but you accept, do you, that in that first paragraph, when Mr. Jetchol speaks of an overwhelming majority of toll employees voting in favour of the agreement, he was intending to refer to the fact that 5,257 out of 7,201 employees voted to approve it.
Subject to that number being corrected by later evidence, Your Honour, yes.
Well, I just read it from paragraph 35.
That will maybe the subject of some further evidence, but as the evidence stands at present, yes.
Well, you dispute the accuracy of Mr. Sloane's statement as to the voting figures, do you?
Not to a degree, Your Honour, yes, and I'll take that up with Mr. Sloane at the appropriate time.
Well, Mr. Stoljar, does your question have any point? No?
I can come at it a different way, Commissioner. I'll work through it in this way, Mr. Sloane. At page 2 of your bundle, there is the EBA, for the 2011 EBA. It begins, and if you come to page 14, there's a clause in relation to site arrangements. So the EBA itself, which had been approved, provided for a site arrangement to be entered into in appropriate circumstances.
That is correct.
And now Mr. Bracegirdle, as I understand it, and please correct me if I'm wrong, had tried to negotiate a site arrangement and then approached what was then Fair Work Australia, and more particularly Commissioner Williams, with a dispute under the EA, saying that he wished to have a site arrangement in respect of his yard.
Yes, but I think there's a step missing, if you don't mind me saying. That my understanding is that he had solicited the support of his co-workers to a site agreement, but that he could not get the support of the union to that site agreement. When he could not get that support, he brought proceedings against Toll, saying that we were in dispute, which we frankly didn't think we were.
Well, well, not you, but the gentleman appearing on the day, in fact, said words to the effect, we're not in dispute with Mr...
That Toll is not in dispute with Mr. Bracegirdle. It is a matter for him to sort out with the union.
Yes. So the position was that Toll was amenable to the proposition that there be a site arrangement pursuant to Clause 14, and in particular a site arrangement which would facilitate a choice of super, at least in respect of those persons covered by the EBA working at the yard, that particular yard.
That is correct.
Now, if one then comes back to page